The object of this presentation is to display to video companies how the right, reasonably priced computer system will help to run their business. As a brief introduction, a short while ago, 20th Century Flicks of Richmond Terrace, Bristol, approached us at Cotswold Computer Services Limited with the request to provide a flexible video control system to assist their administrative activities and to enable customers to display their own inquiries on a number of VDU screens situated in the shop. Such a system to accommodate at least 100,000 members and 30,000 film titles, as well as being capable of other applications. Cotswold was chosen to develop these requirements for a number of reasons. Our reputation of support and success, the credence of decades of experience, and the security of being a company of an international group. The most important, however, was that our system facilities are based on the PIC database operating system, which provides maximum flexibility over most others on the market and even allow user owners to access any stored information. From the ideas and requirements outlined by 20th Century, a basic system was developed which incorporated all the initial facilities needed, and from its initial display was quickly and easily amended to successfully perform in practice. It was originally installed with 2 VDU screens for customer use and a further 2 on the counter for administrative and control purposes, all for quite an economic cost. Furthermore, a link between Cotswold and 20th Century via normal telephone dial-up facilities enabled fast remote response by ourselves directly into the system in the event of support being needed. From the time of implementation, the system was an instant success, to the extent that it was soon expanded to extra VDUs. Also, from practice, other effective ideas were incorporated, all the time enhancing its beneficial impact. It can be readily claimed that such a system is probably far in advance of any of its counterparts, even though its cost is very similar, and for this reason 20th Century have decided to offer its availability generally to the industry. Even though we at Cotswold developed the system, we would like to make it clear that it is entirely based on the original progressive ideas and requirements of 20th Century Flicks, and we extend to them our congratulations and continuing support in all areas of future development and expansion. This will also include the consideration of any of their associates. Furthermore, we shall welcome assisting 20th Century with any inquiries which are warmly welcomed.
When I started to look for a video system for my video library, I was surprised by the lack of imagination in the systems available. I identified 3 problems in my own video library that could be, but were not, solved by computerization. The first is a system for customers to tell whether a tape is in or out. Whether on-hard tags are used or the cover is simply removed from display, the system requires labour, can be slow and inefficient, and also needs one cover for every single tape. This leads to the second problem, lack of space. Successful video libraries, by their very nature, tend to accumulate stock as they buy new titles, and sooner or later they start to burst at the seams. The proprietor is faced with a dilemma. Either you can delete old stock, reducing your range appeal and income, or you are faced with the expensive option of moving to larger premises. This can mean leaving a successfully established site and involves the cost of totally refurbishing the new place. We all know that too many covers are disconcerting for the customer trying to choose a title, and that a closer packing of covers, although saving space, is even more off-putting. This is the third problem, that display covers are not always the most satisfactory way of selling titles. What is needed is an alternative way of bringing titles to the customer's attention, to get them to rent titles they would not otherwise have rented from simply browsing through your display covers. What we have developed for our video library are easy-to-use computer screens for the customer to discover what we have available, what is in and what is out, and that, to save space, requires only one display cover per title and not per tape. Rather than spending hours browsing through your display covers, the customer can, and does, go straight to the computer screen for an instant catalogue of what we have and what is immediately available. And of course, it gets people in and out of the library much faster. Let me demonstrate to you our customer system. This is the side your customer sees. This displays a simple menu of three options. A, what titles we have in our catalogue and what is in. B, whether we have a specific film and whether a copy is in. C, our reviews and recommendations. The most popular option in our system is the catalogue inquiry. Let us press A for movie catalogue inquiries. This section is for all those customers searching for a title who do not want to spend hours browsing through all your display covers. As we offer both VHS and Betamax tapes, the customer needs to type in either V or B, followed by the red return button. How you categorise your films is of course up to you. These are ours, but I'm sure you will want to design your own list. Now, if the customer wants a list of all our new titles, for example, they type in NT, followed by the red return button. They now have a randomly selected page from the new titles list with the movie names, the certification, whether it is recommended or not, most importantly of all, how many copies are in at the moment, and the second-hand sale price, or, if you prefer, the rental charge. Once they have cast their eye down the titles, the customer, as indicated by the instructions at the bottom, can turn to the next page by pressing F, the red return button, to go forward, or B, the red return button to go back. If a particular title, say Mona Lisa, catches their eye, the customer can find out more about the title by typing, as prompted at the bottom, the number in the first column, followed by the red return button. They then get a review of the movie with the director, the stars, the nationality, when it was made, the categories it comes under, the certification, whether it is recommended or not, and, if you like, when it has been or will be on TV. To resume their search for the ideal film to watch, the customer simply types P1 followed by the red return button, and they are back to the page in catalogue inquiries that they had left, and they can continue to browse through by pressing F, the red return button to go forward, or B, the red return button to go backwards. To go back to the basic menu, wherever they are in the system, they simply press the blue button. If a customer has been browsing through the covers and finds a movie they would like, they press button B for movie availability and then type in the number on the case. Let's say 544 for all of me, and then the red return button. From this, they can see whether a copy is immediately available on their format. By reading the line at the bottom, the customers find that they can type P2, then the red return button, and get a review of their chosen movie. By typing P1, then the red return button, they return to movie availability. Then, by pressing the red return button a second time, they clear the screen for another inquiry. Let's assume that they don't have the display case, but know the title they want. So, they enter the first 7 letters of the title, with no spaces or punctuation. So, for example, for Back to the Future, they type in back tot. However, they don't need to count the letters, as the system won't accept an 8th digit. Now, they press the red return button and the same information will be displayed as if they entered the number on the cover. As always, to return to the beginning, all they have to do is press the blue button and they are back to the menu. The third and last option, C, is for further information on a film. Let's say movie number 1, The Blues Brothers. As we showed you in movie availability, the customer types in the number on the box or the first 7 letters of the title and then the red return button. Remember, the instructions are clear and concise, and all our customers are proof that the system works. Whilst a few of our customers still prefer to browse through the display covers, most of them will then go to a screen to discover whether a copy is immediately available. The vast majority, however, go straight to the screens. Remember that using the screens as well as display covers is 1. More convenient for the customer, 2. Labour saving, as it ends the need for people to go out replacing and removing covers or in-out tags, 3. Space saving, as you need only have 1 display cover per title, not per tape, and 4. Means customers rent additional titles, hence making your tapes rent more often. We have found for ourselves that customers adapt quickly to an easy-to-use system that is helpful to them. As for the staff, none of us had ever used a computer before, and we found the transition very simple. In fact, it makes the job much easier. The system, which was installed in October 1986, was designed for my own video library because I knew it was an economic and efficient way of computerizing my business. We have done the research and development for both the customer side and the sophisticated staff side of the system, tidying up any bugs, making any necessary improvements, and find it to be successful. It is the first of its kind in the world, and we now propose to make it available to other video libraries like your own. The system was designed for my own video library with its own idiosyncrasies. To tailor the system for your needs, we need to come and visit you and your business. So whether you charge a membership fee, open on Sundays, offer VHS only, or offer a discount on the 3rd Friday of every month beginning with J, we need to use that information. The cost of the system will obviously vary according to the size of your business and how many screens you require for customer use, and if any of your existing equipment can be adapted. We can advise you on this only after talking to you and seeing your business. Think of the turnover of your business. Think of the costs that can be saved, e.g. on labour. Think of the space that can be saved. Think of the extra rentals this system will generate for you, and think of the increased efficiency for your business. If you want to expand in business, it's necessary to take advantage of changing technology. Here is an opportunity for you to do just that. If you have any queries, please write them down and contact me, Nigel Sellman, at 20th Century Flicks Video Computer Services at 3 Richmond Terrace, Queen's Road, Clifton, Bristol, or phone us on 0272 744 959.